It starts as a tightness in the chest, or a fog closing in on the thoughts, the experience of anxiety leaving us feeling exposed. For centuries, millions have responded to this state of vulnerability by reciting the Hanuman Chalisa, a 40-verse poem designed to dismantle fear at its root. The text begins with a precise internal command. Before calling for strength, the reciter must first cleanse the mirror of the mind. This sequence treats mental clarity as the essential prerequisite for power. The mirror must be cleared of its own debris before it can reflect anything greater. The reciter begins by admitting they are buddhi-heen, a state of being completely lacking in wisdom and open to bad thoughts. To bridge this gap, they call upon the Son of the Wind, asking to trade their human frailty for his divine intellect and physical force. By summoning a figure of this monumental scale, the reciter anchors their own consciousness to a presence that far exceeds their personal limitations. These opening verses function as a psychological reset, shifting the focus from internal doubts to the limitless potential of the hero being invited in. Addressing him as the ocean of knowledge, the text moves into a rapid-fire inventory of mythic achievements. It describes his ability to manipulate his physical form, shrinking to a microscopic state to slip through enemy defenses and infiltrate a fortress undetected. That same hero can instantly expand into a colossal, terrifying giant, shattering the surrounding environment to destroy those same strongholds. This absolute control over physical scale was famously demonstrated on the island fortress of Lanka. The feats eventually leave the Earth entirely, recounting the moment he leaped thousands of miles into space to swallow the sun. By presenting these extreme shifts in scale, the text argues that no obstacle in the material world is too vast or too small for this force to overcome. But these destructive capabilities are only one side of the story. His power is ultimately used to preserve life. The verses describe him traveling across the subcontinent to retrieve a life-saving herb, reviving the warrior Lakshmana when all hope seemed lost. This act of devotion earned him the gratitude of Lord Rama, the divine authority Hanuman serves with absolute humility. If he could achieve the impossible for a divine king, his power is more than sufficient to resolve the struggles of a single human life. The text suggests that true power is a combination of intellect and immense strength, directed towards the service of others. The Chalisa now pivots from mythological history to the present moment, offering its protection to the person chanting it right now. It promises that simply reciting his name creates a barrier that ghosts, evil spirits, and unseen terrors cannot penetrate. This protection extends to the physical body, claiming that continuous chanting can erode long-standing diseases and physical pain. In this way, the hymn functions as a shield for the reciter, blocking external suffering while calming internal anxiety. The author, Tulsi Das, presents these verses as a spiritual commitment between the reciter and the hero. He describes Hanuman as the keeper of 8 supreme supernatural powers and 9 divine treasures, with the authority to grant them to the devoted. The terms are specific. Reciting this hymn 100 times shatters the chains of worldly suffering. The goal is the attainment of unshakable joy and a state of complete spiritual liberation. Ultimately, the Hanuman Chalisa is a systematic journey from a state of paralyzing fear to a state of unshakable presence, realigning the mind until it mirrors the invincibility of the hero it describes.